All right, Constantine, thank you so much for joining us here on Alberta Impact. Really exciting time for you guys. It's really cool to see a team of young guys coming together to create something unique and more at home based with Maxlab. So thank you so much for joining me. You're in Germany right now.
Yes. I'm in Germany meeting some family and friends here. I'm doing a little bit of business as much as I can. Beautiful place, actually. I really like it.
Awesome, right on. Well, we're super happy that you were able to join us and that you're a part of the Edmonton Unlimited Startup Week. And so tell us a little bit about Maxlab. How did things kind of get started for you guys?
Yeah, so it started, well, I knew Max about 15 years now, I think, back from university when I was going to university in Ukraine. We kept in touch. We did some projects together over time. And last year, no, that would have been 2021 now. Sorry, I'm losing my years here. Yeah, 2021, we decided to kind of start working together on the hardware side of things, hardware electronics side of things. And that we started focusing on it in September of 2021. So from September to 2021 till December, we started looking for more clients, getting together, getting more team members in the team. So there's now, 4 core members, 3.5, let's say. So Max, Rostislav, and myself, and there's another person in Sweden. And we started working on hardware projects. Slowly by slowly, we started getting some clients, and then we finally decided to meet because I was working from Canada and they were working from Europe. We decided to meet in sort of middle point, and that was Asia for us. We met there in January, February of 2022. And 2 weeks later, that would have been February 2022. And 2 weeks later, the war broke down in Ukraine. And so we had to adapt and kind of update lots of our plans and sort of what we're going to be doing and what we're going to be developing towards to. So then we chose Canada as our home base from that. And we got our, I specifically remember the timeline because, the events started happening past 24th of February. And the 23rd of February, we got our first big client. And the things kind of started rolling from that on.
Right. So Maxlab, I mean, you guys are doing hardware development, software development. Maybe just take us through a little bit about what that is exactly and the definition it is for you guys.
Yeah, so I would love to actually show some pieces. I didn't grab them myself in Germany here, actual physical hardware components. You can go on the maxlab.io website to see how they look like. Yeah, so we are essentially a fabless company. So meaning that we don't have our own facility where we fabricate things, but we design hardware. We write our own software, and we provide complementary services such as fabrication, import, export if needs to be, and warehousing. So our main focus in that entire cycle is development of the hardware and software. And our specialization is essentially cameras that require high performance machine learning features. But we essentially able to provide entire spectrum of services when it comes to the product development. So meaning if you have an idea, you would like to see it manufactured and brought to your customers, we are providing that full spectrum of services.
Awesome, right on. So what would be, say, your ideal customer? Is there a dream project that you guys would look to work on?
The ideal project we would like to work on. Well, there are a few ones I suspect that we are interested in. We are the most exciting areas would be the high performance super cameras for something like drone detection or robotics. So this is our sort of dream job where we the sort of high performance, very difficult projects to work on. So something that's super difficult would be just our alley to work, because we have experiences from worked. Our co-founders worked at Ring before and Meta and whatnot. So there's a bunch of experiences we have in the hardware and software world. So
Gotcha.
we can take on quite sophisticated challenges with that.
Right. Okay. Very cool. So throughout the journey, I mean, of entrepreneurship, and you've had the opportunity to work with people like across the globe while trying to grow this company and trying to be established. What were some of the challenges and what were some of the wins?
Some of the challenges and some of the wins. Well, let me start with the wins first, I suppose. Wins was, I think, the post sort of echo of the COVID is that a lot of the transactions, a lot of communications can be done over Zoom, like we are doing sort of right now, and that's something would be impossible like that. Let's say even 3, 4, 5 years ago, where you could have a quiet, like let's say $500,000 contract go through over Zoom without meeting a single person, without meeting a factory and your suppliers. That would be impossible before. Now it's something, it happens more common. So that was our biggest win, is that we did essentially a lot of relatively high value contracts for us over Zoom without often meeting the clients in person. So that was a win for us. The biggest challenges we've had over this period would be supply issues was one of them. Essentially last year, is that it still echoes, but there are some problems with access to certain components, certain chips, and this was in effect, especially last year. It's kind of getting a little bit better. However, it's still every single design, every single problem we're approaching needs to be solved with a consideration for supply chains.
Yeah, good stuff. And it's pretty much the standard of a lot of, even from large to small organizations and companies, is supply right now. And it is slowly getting better, but it's definitely a challenge. What does it mean for you guys to be based in Alberta? What kind of advantages have you seen there? And how's the support in the community been for you?
Yes, that's actually a very good question, because initially in 2022, we considered quite a few different locations, from Europe to North America, Asia. And we stopped at Alberta for a couple different reasons. At first, the idea was that we'll try this out since I'm based here, so it will be in a nice starting position and see kind of where it goes from this. However, the support was quite overwhelming in terms of the available people to talk to and business connections, and the support from different industry leaders. This made us reconsider. Well, not to consider, but essentially we decided to stay in Alberta and make it our home base for quite a while now. We don't expect to move for some time, because the community support has been great, and quite a few things that we did would not be available without even simple things simple things, quite some complicated things, but supply chains, for example, we're able to get access to certain connections in Asia due to our partnerships with the local business groups that we would not be able to do otherwise. And these connections put us quite on the forefront of this development cycle, because essentially we have access to the things that that teams of our size typically don't have to. Mm-hmm. So that was quite successful for us, and we're going to stay in Alberta for some time now.
Right on, that's great. So you're being featured here with Edmonton Unlimited and their startup week. Tell me a little bit about your relationship with Edmonton Unlimited, and you've mentioned some of the supports that you've gotten, and I'm assuming this is one of them as well. And now you're being featured here in the startup week as one of those top companies. What does that mean for you guys?
Yeah, it's super exciting. I've been involved in community. I think my first involvement would be quite a few years ago, when it was still under Startup Edmonton brand, and I don't remember what it was. Maybe I don't remember. So, but that was a while ago, and now the community grew quite significantly actually over the last year. So it's nice to be part of this and participate in the events like this. It's quite an honor to be showcased at this kind of event. I think it's a highlight of Edmonton and definitely Alberta scale projects. So it's an honor to participate in this.
Good stuff. Right on. Well, Constantine, thank you so much for coming on today and joining us and telling us all about Maxlab. We wish you guys all the best, and I'm super happy to hear about the support that you've received here from organizations in Alberta. And yeah, again, all the best to you guys, and thank you so much for coming in. And we're looking forward to seeing big things from you.
Cheers. Thanks so much, Bryce.